The restaurant was buzzing with soft chatter and clinking glasses when an elderly man with tired eyes and trembling hands walked in. His clothes were worn, his shoes scuffed, and his posture carried the weight of years of hardship. He scanned the room until his gaze landed on a young couple at the corner table. Summoning what little courage he had left, he walked toward them, his voice breaking as he said, "I'm your father." The young woman sitting with the man froze for a moment, then burst out laughing, covering her mouth with manicured fingers. "Your father? Dressed like that? Don't embarrass yourself, old man. We're having dinner." Her tone was laced with scorn, her words cutting through the air like sharp glass. The elderly man's lips quivered. He turned his pleading eyes toward the young man, but before he could speak, the fiancée interrupted again. "You don't recognize him, do you, Daniel? This is some random beggar trying to ruin our evening." She waved dismissively at him, snapping her fingers for the waiter to remove him. But the man didn't move. Instead, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a faded photograph. The edges were torn, the colors fading, but the image was clear. A boy of 10, holding the hand of a younger man, smiling under the summer sun. "This was us. The day I took you fishing," the old man whispered, his voice breaking under the weight of memory. Daniel's face paled. He leaned forward, squinting at the photo. A rush of half-buried memories surged back. Muddy shoes by the river, the smell of roasted corn, and a father who once worked double shifts just to buy him a second-hand bicycle. His chest tightened, but before he could say a word, his fiancée slammed her hand on the table. "Enough of this nonsense. He's just trying to guilt-trip you. Look at him. He's nothing but a failure who abandoned his own family. Daniel, don't let him ruin our future." Her voice was sharp, commanding, meant to draw Daniel back to her side. The old man flinched, each word hitting harder than the last. He bowed his head, his eyes welling up with tears. "I wasn't perfect," he admitted softly, "but every scar on these hands came from working for my boy. I sold everything to put him through school. And when his mother passed, I raised him alone. I only came here to see if he's happy. Nothing more." The restaurant had gone silent now. Strangers at nearby tables paused mid-bite, listening. Some shifted uncomfortably in their chairs, others shook their heads at the fiancé's cruelty. Daniel's hands trembled as he picked up the photograph. The air seemed to thicken with memories. His father walking miles in the rain to bring medicine when he was sick, staying up late to help with homework despite exhaustion, cheering at every small achievement with unshakable pride. Suddenly, Daniel pushed his chair back and stood. His voice, usually calm, thundered across the room. "Stop!" Everyone froze. He turned to his fiancée, his jaw clenched. "How dare you speak to him like that? This man is not some beggar. He's my father, the reason I'm standing here today. Everything I have, every opportunity I've ever been given, is because he sacrificed for me." The young woman's face twisted in shock. "Daniel, you can't be serious. Look at him. He doesn't belong with us. He'll only drag us down." Daniel shook his head, his eyes fierce with conviction. "No, the only thing dragging me down is the shame of letting you treat him this way. If you can't respect my father, then you don't respect me. And if that's the case, there is no future for us." The fiancée's jaw dropped, her protest stuck in her throat. Without another word, Daniel walked around the table and reached for his father's hand. The old man, frail and trembling, looked up in disbelief. Daniel pulled him into a firm embrace, burying his face in his father's shoulder. The restaurant erupted in quiet applause, strangers moved by the moment of reconciliation. The old man's tears flowed freely, but this time they carried relief and gratitude. His voice broke once more, but now with pride rather than pain. "My son, my boy came back to me." And for the first time in years, the elderly man stood a little taller, his heart full, knowing he was no longer forgotten.